How would you sum up the efforts from Jose Alvarado tonight?
Relentless. Just Jose being Jose, coming in with a ton of energy, guarding full court. He did a lot of good for us tonight, getting steals, rebounding the ball. He was huge.
On the other side of the emotional scale, what happened out of halftime? That third quarter seemed to be a pretty big letdown for the squad.
We just had a brain fog. They decided to come out and play a bit faster. They were getting down the court faster and attacking. And I just didn't think we did a good job coming out of halftime with the mindset that we want to put our foot on their necks.
Coach, what did you think about the first start to the game where a lot of the offense went through Zion and Larry, and that kind of went away going towards the second quarter and the third quarter? What did you say to make sure that they had a balance going against this young, fast team?
I think it's just that. It's just being balanced. There's times where the ball is going to be in Zion's hand, and he will dictate some of the offense. CJ same, Brandon same. And I think towards the end of the game, it allows you to be a complete team to attack from different angles with different guys. And everybody's a part of it. I'm proud of the fact that we did have 28 assists and 12 turnovers, so that's pretty good. We got room to grow, and we're continuing to build, but this was a good win for us.
Coach, as you just said, good assist numbers. Zion was starting the offense from the top of that first quarter, had 12 points. Can you just talk more about how he was getting involved early?
Yeah, we were just getting the ball to him in spots where he had a live ball dribble with movement around him, and we trust him to either score or make the right play. And then there were times where he was bringing it up, something he's done before, kind of playing point guard for us, setting screens and just opening the floor and letting them play. We liked how it looked. We'll go back to the film and just continue to build off of that.
Yeah, and a little more to that. We saw, CJ setting some screens for Zion. It seems like you guys had some success. Was that something that just happened out there? Was that something you guys made a concerted effort to do?
I think it's us adding more layers to our offense, and we recognize that just from the past with Z handling the basketball and trying to take advantage of mismatches is something that we need to exploit. I thought we did a solid job tonight. We'll continue to build.
And one more on Jose. Is he a guy who seems to enjoy and thrive in the chaos?
He does. He does. Any chaotic situations, Jose, he's thrilled about it. You guys saw him tonight. He was amazing. He was all over the place. We needed his energy. We needed his effort. And, Jose being Jose.
And you guys switched up the rotations tonight a little bit. Just what was the thought process behind that, especially getting Jose in there for an entire fourth quarter?
Well, we're trying to get going early in the games and not, be down 8-9 points. So we wanted to try to adjust our substitution patterns a bit. We'll continue to look at it. Once again, I like where our team is right now. We got to work through some things, and in order to be the team that we think we can be, we're going to have some hard games. Houston is not an easy team to just go out and beat. They got good young guys. They play hard. They play fast. They shoot the three ball well. This was a good test for us.
And do you think getting Jose and CJ together out there is part of that thought process as well?
It is. Trying to get those two guys on the floor. What it does is it relieves CJ of some of the point guard duties. But then the ball can be in Brandon's hands. It can be in Zion's hands. But also Jose can initiate the offense. And we'll keep kind of tinkering with it and see where it goes.
How much do you think Larry impacted this game as well?
Larry was big time. He's been rock solid for us all season. Late game situations, he can switch multiple screens, switch on the smaller guys and defend. He's a heck of a rebounder. So we have a comfort level with Larry being in the game down the stretch.
And, Coach, after all the commotion at the end with Jose getting ejected, can you talk about what it means for Dyson to get that confidence, considering the free throws?
Dyson will be fine. He's a confident guy. He continues to get his work in. They called on him. I guess they thought he was going to miss the free throws, but he works at it. So we have trust in him.
And, Coach, with the balance of long road trip followed by a long homestand, how do you approach this differently with being in front of the home crowd and making sure that they find a balance to make sure that they compete night in and night out?
Well, we want to do that no matter where we are. If we're on the road, if we're at home, I think the difference is now we get a chance to sleep in our own beds. We get a chance to have some practices because the games are not as close together. So we want to take advantage of this home stretch. And tonight was a good home win, and we'll like to continue to just build on winning games and taking care of home court like we did tonight.
And your reaction to the home crowd getting into it once the team was able to get back and take the lead?
Fantastic. You know, I love New Orleans. We love playing in front of our fans. They're amazing. It's just fun to be out there. The guys had a ball. And hopefully we can bring this type of joy night in and night out. Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Was Jose in this one?
Jose was the X factor in this one. His energy, his consistent ball pressure really carried us in the fourth quarter.
Take us behind the scenes a little bit on him. We see what he brings on the court. What does he mean to the locker room as a whole when you're at practice every day and meetings, the general grind?
Everything y'all see out there, translate that to real life. He's the same dude on and off the court. Got nothing but love and respect for him.
Zion, the offense got going pretty quick in that first quarter. You had 12 points. They were running a lot of ball screens for you. Can you talk about what that showed you, what you got to see off of those ball screens that maybe you haven't seen in other sets earlier this season?
I like attacking off the ball screen because it allows me to really see the defense. And when I come off the screen, it's like that quick snapshot. If they're loaded up, I got BI right there, or I got CJ on the throwback for the screen. We did it a lot my second year in the league, so I think Coach was just incorporating that a little bit into the offense, and it allowed me to get into a rhythm.
Gotcha. And on the other end, how would you rate your defense tonight?
You tell me, man. I know something about you. How would you rate my defense tonight? Be honest. There's no wrong answers. Be honest. I can accept that. I can accept. We got the win. I can accept that. I appreciate your honesty.
And what did you see in that third quarter that allowed them to get back in the game, and then in the fourth quarter, how y'all eventually turned it around?
I mean, second chance opportunities. I mean, Jalen Green obviously got going, but, you know, when he misses a three and they get the rebound, they throw it back out to him. I mean, it's muscle memory at that point, so he was just knocking shots down. And we weren't getting back in transition. They got probably 6 to 8 quick transition points, and things add up, and we go from being up 16 to down 4 or 6.
And Coach switched up some things with the rotations tonight, moving Jose more to the second and fourth quarter, kind of putting you and BI together. Just how did you kind of feel with the way things were rolling tonight with those groupings that you had out there?
I feel like things were rolling pretty well for us. I would say the only slow quarter or the slow point for us was really that third quarter. But outside of that, I feel like we executed pretty well.
Yeah, and just a little bit more to you, handling the ball on the perimeter. When you can survey the defense, I mean, just how does that open things up for you guys?
I'm a willing passer in the sense of I feel like I'm going to make the right basketball play and the right winning play. So, it's easier for them to send a double team when I'm catching it in the mid post. But if I'm coming off a screen, it's hard for them to double because I feel like I'm a really good passer. So I'm going to find my shooters, and I trust my teammates to shoot the ball. So just coming off the screen, hitting BI 2 or 3 times right off with the quick pass, it opens the game up. So when they try to load up, it's that slight moment of hesitation that really opens the game up for me.
Zion, at the very end when Jose was able to spark the crowd with his defense and then with his offense as well, how much of a difference does it make playing in front of the home crowd, especially when you're up, you guys are down briefly, and we're able to get back into the game?
It means a lot, especially when Jose hit that three. And even when he got kicked out the game, just the energy itself, it just showed that the home crowd with us. The city of New Orleans is with us, and we love it. We love it. We love when they bring that energy every game.
And speaking of that play where Jose was ejected from the game, what are your thoughts when you're seeing that fiery energy, but it's doing something for the momentum, but you see the fire in Jose throughout the game?
It just shows what kind of competitor he is. The initial thoughts are like, go have my brother's back, make sure he's straight. But then, when things calm down, it's like, man, I wonder what that fine gonna look like.
I mean, I know Jose, got his own money now. Are you gonna pay that fine?
You know what's crazy? I told Naji and Jose and Herb, I told all 3 of them, if y'all get like texts or kicked out the game, whatever, I got y'all, because I love that competitive energy. Like even no, I don't want to see them get kicked out the game, but if they get a text, sometimes them texts can be a momentum shifter, like a little wake-up call for the rest of the team, like, oh, he wants it that bad. We need to want it just as bad. Jose, my dog, you straight, man? Yeah, I'm chilling. My dog. I didn't know you was in here.
All right, now that that's on wax. Tonight you were highly efficient, man. 8 of 9 from the field. Finally got some free throws, so 10 of 12.
Telling you.
Yeah. So you're in the groove, man. What's been propelling you to get in that groove?
Teresa Witherspoon and Corey Brewer. You know, people don't see it behind the scenes, but, man, those two are always giving me confidence and just telling me to be me. You know, I was out 18, 19 months. It's a long time. And I'm still, even in this game, I'm still trying to find my in-game rhythm. I think Coach leaving me out there a majority of the first quarter really kind of helped me get into my rhythm, and he's still learning my game, and he's adjusting by putting me in spots to make winning plays. So I think as time goes on, I've really found a rhythm.
We've talked throughout your career about, you know, just your unselfish nature and you want to get your teammates involved, but also knowing how much your scoring, you know, impacts the team. What's it like just trying to find that balance between, you know, wanting to assert yourself and make an impact, but also, you know, being the unselfish way you want to approach the game?
I mean, there's times for to make the pass, but then there's times when you just got to take the defender, and you just got to get that bucket, because if the opposing team sees you get in a rhythm, then they're really gonna load up, and then it gives my teammates extra half a second to set up and shoot.
I'm not 100% sure. I think you're going to have to confirm, but I think he just said he's going to pay your fine for that one.
He said that? My boy. I'll take that any day. Appreciate you, Z.
How much do you enjoy chaotic situations?
I mean, I enjoy just, you know, bringing the energy. Not necessarily that drama. I ain't with all that drama stuff, but more just bringing the juice to my team. And if that takes what it takes today, then I'll do it every time. Like I said, might be small, but I ain't running for no smoke. But I ain't with all the drama stuff. But, you know, just trying to bring the juice and energy for my team.
And what do you think you're able to do in that fourth quarter just to impact the game, get the crowd going, all that stuff?
Man, just play defense, you know, picking up food, getting them, players head, and, you know, just getting steals, doing the little things. We got big-time players. I ain't worried about scoring. I just want to do the little things, make sure I'm boxing out and getting every rebound, make sure they know, you know, if they miss a rebound, you know, I tell them that, yo, you got to pick your stuff up. So it's more about just trying to be a leader in my role and be a star in my role. Not necessarily be a star in everybody's role, just be a star in my role.
And you're known for getting under the other team's skin, but were you surprised they reacted the way they did at the end?
Yeah, it's competitive. You know, like I said, all that drama is, I guess it's for the TV. And like I said, I ain't with all that. But it's competing. You know, I was just in heat of moment. Maybe I look back. Maybe I shouldn't have stole the ball, but I'm just rolling. I ain't see the time. I ain't doing none of that. But I ain't with all that stepping up to me. So, I mean, it's competing. At the end of the day, it's basketball. If we have jerseys on, then, you know, we won. So I ain't really care about all that.
Jose, we know you're always at 100% going at it, but the rotations tonight, the substitution patterns were a little different. It gave you more time in the fourth quarter. Did that change your mindset any on how you were going to approach the minutes you did get on?
I mean, nah, I just want to approach them every minute I get as, you know, as is my last minutes. You know, today was a little different, but, you know, it's okay. Coach, I believe in Coach Willie. So whatever, I trust him. So whatever he sees, I'm rolling with him. So today was a little different, but, you know, like I said, I'm going to just, regardless if it's 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, it's going to be the 100% Jose every time.
Gotcha. And in the middle of that run where you sparked the team, there was a big box out on the defensive end that maybe was one of those small things that go unnoticed. Can you talk about how those little things are going to add up for this team later?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, it was definitely, you know, focused on film. You know, we knew they crashed the boards a lot heavy. So that's one thing I needed to do. I know once they shoot, I need to box out somebody, and that's when the shot went up, I just looked whoever's my man's or whoever's coming to box him out.
Jose, everybody knows that you don't have any trouble bringing energy to the game, but I'm curious, how much does the crowd give you energy? Like, for instance, you hit that three-pointer early in the fourth, then you came up with a big steal and score, and it just seemed like the crowd took off, as you did too.
It's a whole bunch of me's out there, so they give me energy, Shout out to them, when I hear them yelling and screaming, I'm rolling with them. So they definitely bring the juice for me, and, like I said, it's no place like NOLA, and appreciate them, when I hear them yelling, I'm out there trying to yell with them. So, they definitely bring a different type of energy towards my game, and, when stuff ain't going right and I something I lay up and they go crazy, I'm going crazy with them. So appreciate them for sure. Be good. Appreciate y'all.
What's it like for you seeing Jose do all of that in the fourth quarter?
I know he's a big player for us. He comes in and impact the game, and in a very good way. And we look forward to that. He's a game changer when he comes in the game, whether it's the fourth quarter, whatever minutes he has, he does something to affect the game. So it's kind of expected. We expect him to come in and try to change the game and speed up the game a little bit.
Is he like that all the time? Like, is he ever like have an off switch, or is it pretty much like that? You know, when we
He's
don't.
probably screaming right now. No, I don't think he got an off switch unless, I mean, he at home yelling with his kids too. So I don't know if he got an off switch, but it's good to have the same consistency every single day and knowing the person that you're gonna get every single day.
What'd you tell him about getting his first career ejection?
Nothing. He got to pay for it. I'm not paying for it. And he got to learn from it.
And just, what do you think about the times when Coach allows him to play with CJ and how that kind of impacts you guys offensively?
It gets CJ off the basketball, putting him in a normal position, getting him to some catch and shoot. On the defensive end, it takes some pressure off CJ for Jose to get into guys and for CJ to get a rest on the defensive end and try to be better on the offensive end. So it's a lot of different dynamics there.
And it seems like the mindset early on was to get Z going in those, pick and roll situations. How much do you think that guys helped you, in that first quarter?
He's pretty dominant. I'm looking at his stat sheet. He was 8 for 9, and he got to the free throw line 12 times. So not 12 times, maybe 6 times, and he was 10 for 12. So that's a real positive for us when he's getting to the free throw line and he's actually getting the foul calls, and it tightens up their defense, and we have shots on the wing.
Yeah, on that same note, they were running Zion a bunch of ball screens. How did that give you different looks on the offensive end to get your 25 and 5 that you had tonight?
It just puts me in different positions. On the wing, I can cut to the basket. I can be in the corner. I can set screens for Zion. It just puts me everywhere on the floor.
And on defense, 3 steals, 1 block, coming a long way on that end. How do you feel about that performance, and where are you going from here with that?
I had 3 steals.
Who you had,
Or
3
the
steals,
team.
1 block?
I didn't know that. I'm just trying to be there for my teammates, trying to be in the right spots, trying to make sure I'm helping guys on the wing, being in low man position, trying to stick to our defensive principles and be effective.
Another off night for CJ. How are y'all helping him get through this little slump that he's going through right now?
Just continue to tell him to shoot. He's getting good shots. He's getting good looks, and he'll eventually come out of it. He's a great scorer. He's a great playmaker for our team, and I think aside from him scoring the basketball, he's been a good playmaker, and he's shown the effort on the defensive end. So eventually the scoring will come, and we'll be fine.
Going back to Jose, I mean, is there anything that you can compare it to, or anything that you've seen before in basketball in terms of he doesn't need to score at all, really, to kind of just take over the game? He doesn't need to do anything like super flashy. I mean, is it something that you've ever seen before?
Kind of like maybe I know he hate this comparison, but like a T.J. McConnell coming to the game and try to affect the game, picking up 94 feet, and trying to turn people in the open court, getting steals. I think he's better at stealing the basketball and using his IQ to get in front of people and turn his hips on the defensive end. But he just brings energy. He doesn't need the ball. He just want to change the game. He wants to make everybody else better. But if he feels like he can score the basketball, he's not afraid to go and score the basketball and try to be effective in that way.
Brandon, in that third quarter where you guys were up, I think, 78-60, what were 1 or 2 things that really contributed to that turnaround for the Rockets?
Rebounding the basketball, a good offensive rebounding team. Jalen Green had a really, really good game. He was shooting the 3 really well. We slowed down on the offensive end a little bit, got a little stagnant, and wasn't moving the ball around and it wasn't popping around. But we got back to it in the fourth quarter, and we tried to get the best shot on the floor. Z continued to attack. Jose was really, really good in the fourth quarter. So we had the first, second, and fourth quarters kind of the way that we really want to play. We got a little stagnant in that third quarter.
And Brandon, what do you think of Larry's performance? Another 20-point game off the bench for him.
Yeah, that's big. That's big for us. He shows confidence every single game. He's pretty consistent. He's around the rim, rebounding the basketball. He's guarding guys on the perimeter. So he's been a veteran coming in and doing what we need on the floor. And he picked up on the scoring end tonight also.
All right, thanks,
Appreciate it. Appreciate you.